feelings. She want to experience something new with feelings. She want to get it right. So we put some ice on it, yeah. Say you don't get a good. Say you know me and take it, she good. Say you don't get it right. So we put some ice on it, yeah. Say you don't get a good. Say you don't want to get she good. I just want she find me love. You better, baby, you pretend to love. My queen and the sweet, you could do better. Girl, I already know. She want to press on to the next step. Until I get my you next step. Baby, stop investing on yourself, yeah. I just want what's best for you. She need it. So come up on me. You know your love and reason. Baby, I'll be there for you. It's been 5 months since we've been there. I will know baby, go up for me. Darling, I'll be there for you. She said, oh, you know, she want to know you right. So we put some ice on it, yeah. Say you know you right. Say you know me, I take it, she good. Say you know you right. So we put some ice on it, yeah. Say you know you right. Say you know I'm the she good. She love me, my child. She love me, I'm down. She love me, my wife. She love me, my wife. Yeah. Some things forget the way you are. Gonna knock you out. And the bass stay booming, go up, bring it all around to me. And this club stay feeling, we don't worry about the hate you gave us. And that chance is coming away, never been, and we rolling out our way. And everybody our way, every money, every day. And the bass stay booming, go up, bring it all around to me. And this club stay feeling, we don't worry about the hate you gave us. Money in my hands, love. Baby, I need to lie for these. Baby, I need to find these. And I'm bad, walking over town and deep. You were headed to round to beat. Better work from town and beat. But I can't beat. And beat. Shine bright, I can't see. Got a crash, I never to beat. Sing like I think it's a beat. I just think that we talk great for my thick and weak. Live a life I can't wait. Give me money nowadays. I was always just to find a way. Always just to find a way. Now I'm here, baby, let's stay. And the bass stay moving. Go up, bring it all around to me. And it's gotta stay with it. You know I have to hit you, keep my teeth. And there's hands going in. Never been it, tell me coming out way. And everybody our way. Hey, money, every day. Hey, we know about it. Right away, we don't rob me, no. Town hall, you know they gon' be. Couple dollars a night, she. You know me, you need. Trying to get the key. You want everything to see. I keep moving, I need to keep. I think you keep. I'm a paper chasing, I keep. Baby, from my girl, I keep. Stay with me, I keep. And the best gon' keep. I don't need you there. then maybe let's say, they stay cool, go up, and we all round two. That's what I say, yeah. We right out the way that you be. And I say, oh man, yeah, oh, give it up for Elise. Yes, that was independent artist Elise, and that good old song Booming. You guys can go follow her on Instagram at b.elise. Tell her from the Heart of a Poet podcast and radio talk show sent you. You already know it's me, CASHEMA, Amisha, creative producer and host right here. And from the Heart of a Poet, podcast and radio talk show. Listen, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling Gucci. We out here in Brooklyn, New York at Newtown Radio Station. Give it up for us. Right to the left of me is my co-host, Johnny Fastlane. Give it up for Johnny Fastlane. What's good, Johnny?
Peace, y'all. It's your boy, Johnny Fastlane. You already know. We in the building. This is another Tuesday. We here. What up, CASHEMA? How you feeling today?
Listen, I'm feeling all the way great.
Hell yeah. I like that.
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling pretty good. I have no complaints. So listen, guys, today we are definitely celebrating National Poetry Month. As you know, I am definitely one of Brooklyn's best spoken word poet artists. You hear what I'm telling you? And yes, this coming Friday, from the Heart of a Poet, we have another press play, erotic poetry and art event at Drip BK, 830 Rogers Avenue. Guys, this is our very fifth event series, okay? It is on fire, it's flaming. It's definitely an event that you would not be, I'm telling you, you won't be upset that you came out.
I love it. I'm going to be there, so you know. You already know.
Listen, Johnny Fastlane will be managing the door. It is $10 at the door, guys.
$10.
Doors open at 9 p.m., $10 at the door, or via Cash App. Facts. Or via Cash App. The Cash App is $ capital Q for Queen, capital A, lowercase m, the number 3, lowercase s, capital H. You heard? And after 10 p.m., it's $20. Listen, we coughed that up, all right? So make sure you guys pop out and show some love. We also have another event series coming up titled Vibrations. This is our multi-genre poetry and live art event. But at this event, we are going to have vendors and we're going to have live body painting. All right, so we got a little twist going on to this event, and it's a multi-genre poetry event, not erotic. All right, so guys, make sure you tap into that as well. The ticket vendor coming out, and we also have a vendor for those of you who eat food that is not plant-based. However, no pork. Still no pork on the menu. All right, no swine on the menu. So give it up for that. We have Beru Candy by Tonya gonna be in the building. We have Cottonmouth gonna be in the building. We have quite a few vendors gonna be in the building. Low Pleasure's gonna be in the building. We have a couple of dope artists coming out of Harlem and the Bronx. Give it up for them. It's gonna go down over there. And that event is the following Friday, which is not this Friday, but next Friday, the 15th, and it's gonna be held at New Women's Space. Need y'all to tap in. Go follow us at From the Heart of a Poet on Instagram. All the information is on our wall. We are doing it. We are definitely doing it, and it's working. You heard? So we are going to continue to spin this independent artist music and give it up for Jermaine Meadows, the neighborhood role model. He is a dope spoken word poet. He is also an amazing young man, young black man of excellence. Okay, he should be on his way, but even if he does not get to make it, shout out to him.
Shout out to Jermaine Meadows.
Listen, he is a very dope young man. So hopefully he do come and you guys get to hear a little bit about him. But you can go follow him at Jermaine with a J _ Meadows. Okay, he also is another event curator who curate dope events. And shout out to, you know what I mean? Shout out to him. He is definitely a dope host. He hosts the neighborhood role model event. So give it up for the poetry community doing it, showing that big good love. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So we're gonna continue to spin this independent artist music. Coming up next, we have a record, you heard, by Butter titled Eastside Girl. I know y'all like the Eastside Girl, and y'all, I know this y'all shit. Feel me?
Switch on me, wanna down that bitch from the east side. A little brown pretty face with a whole tie. Look smart, street smart, a little bit inside. Be the bad on the street, but you down.
Oh, down the ride.
East side, east side.
Yeah. Remix.
East side, east side. Switch on me, wanna down that bitch from the east side. A little brown pretty face with a whole tie. Look smart, street smart, a little bit inside. Be the bad on the street, but you down the ride. Get you a down that bitch from the east side, NYBK, nigga with the chicks is pretty and pretty. Chasing the bag, making them mad. A couple bitches rather than me to get to a bag. The swag they can't grab, it's more to say. Never fighting over the nigga, I had in the bag. It's a big thing. It's a lot of niggas go through the way the niggas go. Gotta follow the whole line. Female hoes with a big in the flow. The greatest of all time, nigga, I let you tell it. Niggas come from me for the product, I let you sell it. The boss, I was on this way, already embedded. I know my worth, I get my checks, and I promise myself I'm settle for less. And you get what you wanted, give me respect. And if things don't go right, it's gonna go left. You wanna down that bitch from the east side. A little brown pretty face with a whole tie. Look smart, street smart, a little bit inside. Be the bad on the street, know she down the ride. Why you talk, you can feel attention. You like the way I talk to him when he in him. Hit it how I like, boy, pay attention. You gotta keep him starting again, nigga, transmission. I bet it ain't two sides, and you can say they don't want palm trees, it's a long big. I see it in me, gotta show him the good side. Gotta see if he can handle me on both sides. The thick, pretty, I can take a little good bitch. I know some things, I know some wrong, I know some wrong chicks. And all crazy in different lanes, we do the shit. Behind the doors, a bunch of niggas talking no real. Yeah, shout out to girls from across the world. Nothing's better than the Eastside girl. Shout out to girls all across the world, but nothing's better than the Eastside girl. You wanna down that bitch from the Eastside. A little brown pretty face with a whole tie. Look smart, street smart, a little bit inside. Be the bad on the street, know she down the ride.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Give it up for Butter, y'all. That's that East Side, baby. Give it up for Butter. You can go follow her on Instagram. She is another dope independent artist. Go follow her on Instagram at Butter_Butter. You can go follow her at official_Butter on Instagram. Make sure you tell her that we sent you. You heard? Make sure you tell her from the heart of a poet sent you. But that's where you can go follow that dope artist. Give it up for that song, Eastside Girl. I know y'all want a down ass bitch from the East Side. Stop fronting. You know what I mean? You gotta go get you a down ass bitch from the East Side. That's all I'm saying. Give it up for this another dope independent artist coming up by the name of Stiggity. This song is titled Hard Times. What up, Stiggity?
You get the message. Hard times got me stressing. I'm trying to find a better way. These hard times was a blessing. So I'm trying to feel my way. These hard times was a lesson. Everything was forever, baby. These hard times was a lesson. Now I'm counting on my blessings. These hard times was a lesson. I wanna get the message. Baby mama got me stressed. That nigga you be texting. We was in the stick together. Now they switch sides so that we will not forever. I was wrong for a minute, how to put something together. Going through these hard times, but I have to make it better, yeah. Tell a lie to me. Tell a lie to me. I was working in the studio. He was right there by my side for me. I was running fed with the pain, but the streets got a spell on me. I'm trying to change, so I'm counting on the spread on me. These hard times got me stressing. I'm trying to find a better way. These hard times was a lesson, so I'm trying to stay up on the way. These hard times was a lesson. Everything was forever, baby. These hard times was a lesson. Now I'm counting on my blessings. These hard times was a lesson. Got me stressing. These hard times was a lesson. So I'm trying to stay up on the way. These hard times was a lesson. Everything was forever, baby. These hard times was a lesson. Now I'm counting on my blessings. All the time, these hard times got me stressing. I'm trying to find my way. These hard times was a lesson. I was trying to stay alive the way. These hard times was a lesson. Everything was right. These hard times was a lesson. Now I'm counting on my blessings.
Give it up for Stiggity, y'all. These hard times was a lesson. So I'm counting on my blessings. Give it up for Stiggity. You can go follow the independent artist on Instagram at Stiggity __.
Where's Stiggity from?
Stiggity, I believe, listen, actually Stiggity is African.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear that influence.
Yeah, Stiggity is definitely African. So
Okay.
shout out to Stiggity, y'all. Show some love to Stiggity. We are going to play another independent artist by the name of Him Legendary, another one by the name of Ziggy Don. This is one of my favorite songs titled 10:15. Get ready for party.
past 10.
Give it up for him, legendary and Zeke Don, y'all. Yes, 6:30.
My Flatbush bag right now.
Feel me? Period. Give it up for them, y'all. You can go follow them on Instagram at him, HYMM Legendary, and Zeke Dawn at Zeke Dawn, the number 1 on Instagram. And that's the fuck that. You hear what I'm saying? Because it's 6:30 to 10:15. And that's all the fuck we saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. So give it up for them. We are going to spin the next record. This is another record by him, legendary. Give it up for the song Lion of Judah, baby. Wait. Pardon me. Made a mistake. Fucking up. Still the shit. Lion of Judah. Rock. What? What? Lion of Judah. Take my prayer to the devil and live in the night. When I want to wear life. Between the right. This is the one with the right. Got my car. Give me up a fight. I don't want to keep the eye. We're not gonna make it to the morning light.
In my mouth, we are red, full and green, happy I am. On the sea, see how we live up in my palm. Easy time, now make it to Zion. In my mouth, we are all I am. Red, full and green, happy I am. On the sea, see how we live up in my palm. Easy time, now make it to Zion.
Lion of Judah. I'm like Lion of Judah.
We are lion, purple and green, happy I am. Track on the scene, see how we live up in my palm. Easy time, now make it to Zion. We are lion, purple and green, happy I am. Track on the scene, see how we live up in my palm. Easy time, now make it to Zion.
Lion of Judah. I'm getting confused. Feel me with one of the fuse. Feel the see any ruler. Period. Lion of Judah. Don't let him confuse you, feel me? Believe in what you want to believe in. And his belief was Lion of Judah. Give it up for this next song. We are going to play by another dope independent artist by the name of Image. All right? This is her song Hardcore. It is Hardcore the remix. R.Blaze.
Oh, damn. No shit. Crazy in my mouth when I walk on music. Got my name for that in this concrete jungle. Never been more for talk. Now, twice was much louder than the bar. Yeah. Ask me if I give a fuck. Don't tell you no in the heart. No head good toss back. Little kid in the past, rocking all the way through. Major voice and jump, so what that really say about us? Tried to push me to the edge. Should've went over all that game knowledge itself. Used to get big, all the way to end shit. still do. Touch one line, best believe I would kill you. All right to the far side of the hood to explore. Hold my loved ones, red boards in the door, hardcore. She ain't heavy sweet, niggas know triggers don't got hard. Spicy talking niggas don't got smart, that hard.
How did them call the teacher? No matter what, keep it gangsta.
Target of the beat, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, I'm hard to the core.
I'm call the teacher. No matter what, keep it gangsta.
Target of the pain, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, hold up, wait a minute. I get the sign, and I will turn up with the pockets. Keep fucking with me, I risk it all to leave lying. Forget about the gun, I don't need a gang gang. I use my bare hands to put you down, bang bang, I'm a lady. I shouldn't have to act this way, just ain't coming for me. I got the time today, I'll be minding my own. Won't you leave me alone? It's a warning, stop the fuck that. Back in the day, I got a soul that's so bad. I cut the nigga face, made it look very black. Survival from the past, I'll be moving on the go. I ain't got time for these fake ass hoes. You been filming my songs? Take your ears off. No, it's not safe, so you know I got the source. Average to you, but I'm closer to me. And the shorty kicked out, that's who I be.
Coming through all the teacher. No matter what, keep it gangsta.
Target of the beat, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, I'm hard to the core.
Coming through all the teacher. No matter what, keep it gangsta.
Target of the beat, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, I'm hard to the core.
Coming through all the teacher. No matter what, keep it gangsta.
Target of the beat, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, I'm hard to the core.
Coming through all the teacher. No matter what, keep it gangsta.
Target of the beat, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, I'm hard to the core. Yeah! Did y'all hear what she said? Tired of the pain, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, I'm hard to the core. What? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, man.
That's all she said.
That was like an East Coast,
You know what I'm talking about?
going back kind of feel. I was liking that.
Listen, tired of the pain, I'm ready for war. You know what I'm talking about? 10 toes, nigga, I'm hard to the motherfucking core. Give it up for Image Music, y'all. You can go follow her on Instagram at Image Music, literally just like that.
How you spell Image?
EIMAJ Music. You heard?
Okay.
And make sure you let her know that from the Heart of a Poet podcast and video talk show sent you. Give it up for these next independent artists we get ready to play. Young Bart featuring Promise. Yeah, Pain.
I got to stay around, but they won't feel me.
What?
I got to stay around, but they won't feel me. But they don't feel me. They don't feel me. I got to stay around, but they don't feel me. I got to stay around, but they don't feel me. I got to stay around, but they don't feel me.
I got this man up in my blood, they won't feel me. When I'm with her, I couldn't sleep. For my brothers and my sisters, when they stay strong. I'm on the field, do this to me, but it's not their balls. I was supposed to feel when it's storm. So 50, tell them what you ready, I can't go home. So I cry every night, because I feel wrong. Peace in my heart, I was on back home. When I sit there and I just stay strong. For my brothers and my sisters, I was doing time in that state, praise God. Oh, even when I'm scared, I took a charge. My mission, you want to tell this job. When I come home, you my motivation. I'ma get it back and split it with that nation. So everything that's always like young king. I was up with my pop, was in the king. You brought me to school when I was there. This story of my life, right? Friday, doing I'm so certain about what I need. Put the into the package, I'm ready. Before I go, I'ma leave it to my baby.
I got this girl, but they won't feel me. I'm talking, but they do not know the real. Shout out to Bart, took the heart, but he believe. Niggas don't laugh, but now I'm right, don't take it there. Me, I'm looking good, but stay fast, I hope you hear me. I've been through so much, so I'm really get my shit. Yeah, I'm like a kid, now, but I'm still learning. I'm only 16, I'm experienced, but learning. But I'm still learning. Yeah, and I'm still learning. Yes, I am still learning. And I be still learning. And I'm still learning. Yeah, I gotta learn.
Oh, give it up for Young Bart featuring Promise. That was a song titled Pain. I know y'all can identify with that. Feel me?
Yeah.
I got this pain up
You
in
said
my
he's
blood.
only
They gonna
16?
feel me. No, yeah, when they recorded that, yes, absolutely. Yep, when they recorded that, yeah, they were pretty young. Yep. So shout out to them. We are gonna speed right on along. Wait, first of all, you can go follow Young Bart at Young Bart on Instagram, spelled just the way it sounds. All right. So give it up for this next song we about to play by another dope independent artist by the name of B Fortune, and this song is titled "The Sheets."
Turn the heat up, take your clothes off, close the door now, pass the road up, I got good weed.
What?
I'm so good at things. It's a woo. I got my it's a paper. Let me beg you. Just a few cheap. She is. She is. I remember when you told me that you never made it friends like me. Then I'm pumping up to you like HD. Make you wanna think I need a lot of things. Get thanks a lot. So nice. Feels so good when you know you should. Charging the point, feeling anointed, yeah. I'm finally just trying to be some just so tired.
Right here.
We can do this all night. Ow. Turn the beat up, take your clothes off, go to go now. That's the roll, I got good weed.
A few sheets. Give it up. Give it up, give it up, give it up, baby. Give it all the way up for B Fortune. That is my joint right there. She is. She is. I remember when you said, when she said, I remember when you saw something.
You gotta get the word. You
No,
gotta get the
she
word.
said, listen, I wish I was you right now, be fortunate, and I'm a little nice, but I know what you said, so instead of me trying to sing it, I'm going to talk it. I remember when you said that you never met an empress like me. I'll be popping out to you like HD. Feel me? Tell Johnny chill. I know the words. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Pardon me for trying to sing it, but that is my shit right there, for real. I feel every portion of that motherfucking song. She said, she is, yes. She got me over here like, you know, I don't give little sexy vibe, talking about some damn sheets and some good weed, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know. Give it up for Be Fortune again, y'all, and her song titled Sheets. It is out on every single platform right now. Every single platform. So give it up for her. Again, you can go follow her at be.fortune on Instagram. Shout out to her. And make sure y'all tap in and show some love. You heard? You heard. Give it up for this next independent artist we are about to play. His name is Ashton Martin. Ashton Martin. You can go follow him at ASHTNMRTN. Right. Sounds crazy. A bunch of alphabets, but guess what? It is the abbreviation of his name, Ashton Martin. And this song is titled Mind Free. Give it up for Mind Free, y'all.
She got the heels up, just in time. She got the get right, and that's right. Push your own pride, always on the fly. Never worry about the next piece of shit time. Only hit you up, be in the right. And put me on the way with a push tag. Right,
What?
the east side, the back side.
What? Oh.
She just wanna know. Now she's up to the line, she's a freak in the morning, freak in the evening. She's a freak when she's scheming, freak in the morning, freak in the evening. A freak when she's scheming.
Yeah, she's a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening. She's a freak when she's scheming. Give it up for Ashton Martin, y'all. Yeah. That's that song titled Mind Free. You can go follow him again at ASHTNMRTN. Abbreviations for Ashton Martin on Instagram. Make sure you let him know that From the Heart of a Poet podcast and video talk show sent you. Give it up for this next song we are about to play. This song is titled Reway by lbleobars. You already know that he is one of our favorites, so give it up for him. You hear me? Give it up for him. And you can go follow him at lbleobars on Instagram. You heard? It's Reway.
Welcome to the Reway. Glad that y'all here with me. lbleobars.
That's such a real G. I'm just giving you the real thing. My eyes to make you guilty. Music to feel free.
Gotta touch your spirit every time you hear it. They were never gimmicks hidden in my lyrics. I was never timid, been a solid nigga. I'm in it too many from the bottom bigger. In the visions that I wrote on sketch. Typical minds seem so far-fetched. Listen, critical times, some word on shit. Was afraid of the direction that the world gon' switch. I'm almost from the concrete next to them crack tops. That is stayed around, I'm giving them mad props. I'm in the jungle, pilots, bad cops. See my bitches come moving like black ops. The new generation is mad claps. Private detectives stuck in a bird box. I'm just spitting the truth and making them words pop. I hit them with the words you call me the word dot. So you words stop fucking with the vultures. I'm superb options, like you're supposed to. And stuff I'm never first, just a poster. You and doctors told me folks like. See how the culture has been poked up. It's still healed. My business is yelling no cuts. You can't keep the zeros and you donuts. Zeros and no commas. Hell, my people trauma just like the adults spoke. Messages that we spread like that song stay woke. Why they think it's virus, unifying our fires. Rather have a black king moving like fire. No more with the music, I'm keeping silence. I'm fighting these programs like they're virus. Learned in the trouble, I studied, now I apply it. Type of electrifying from your mind like the Matrix. I stimulate the mind, originating drugs. I tell the every gene, every law, be quite clear, especially when you're teen, standing right on that right square. This is just not check the show, you know the phrase. My face has been on the day. It's how you handle it. It's how you manage it. Just ain't the rest of the bullshit shit we did. Get a switch, never mind like candy shit. There's too many choices for one thing. To take the pressure off and keep the pressure on. Anybody that's aiming to put the fan in on. Bring me a room and speaking Beyonce. And queens don't really need no room for Beyonce. Back to the real ones, back to the game. Repeating fake love makes them naturally insane. We pop drugs just to fucking in the game. Thinking about survivors, we really don't complain. No transforming, making no trans nothing. There's no judgment, real shit, they love it. They speaking full of ones who can't do it in public. And all my criminals that's playing, they real bugging. You know, couple of ones hit that shooting range. Raise your wife and your family like the usual way. Used to stay dangerous, time to stay efficient. The 5 P's, your family is your biggest mission. Big things still do it for my real rights. With the moral that that's just cool and chill nights. Watching this generation don't feel right. They got me losing the hope for us to feel right.
Nothing always tell me. Tell me wait until you say me. It's a way until you feel me. That's such a real G. I'm just giving you the real thing. My eyes to make you guilty. Music to feel free.
Put my chains in the grave. Place my chains in my coffin. They don't remember my name. More action, less talking. You should love me while I live. You should love me while I'm here. You should love me while I live. You should love me while I'm here. Put my chains in my grave. Place my chains in my coffin. You'll remember my name. More action, less talking. You should love me while I live. You should love me while I'm here. You should love me while I live. You should love me while I'm here. Yes! Give it up to lbleobars. Dope independent artist lbleobars by the name of lbleobars. What? Like really?
What's the name of the song?
You can go follow him at lbleobars on everything. This song is titled Reweight. It is also on his album Reweight. You can go and find that song and that album on every platform, guys. It is on all streaming platforms. All right. You can go follow. You can go follow him. Go subscribe. Go show some love, and let him know that From the Heart of a Poet podcast and radio talk show sent you. You heard? Make sure y'all show some love.
and let them know that we're the ones who sent you. It's just that simple. So give it up for us in the meantime. In between time, make sure you guys tap in and pop out on Friday, April 8th at 9 p.m. We are going to be in the building live and direct. We are going to be at Drip Beverage Cafe, Drip Beverage Lounge, pardon me, Drip Beverage Lounge. That's what we're going to be, 830 Rogers Avenue. Make sure you guys pop out. It is going to be an amazing, environment.
Promise.
Let them know. It's going to be something different.
Word.
All right, erotic poetry and live art, live painting as the poets are doing their poetry. We're going to have a few independent artists perform. We're also going to have live comedy in the building. And also, there will be an open bar. Make sure you guys come out. The environment is open. Well, listen, you got to pay.
Okay.
But there's a bar, what I'm saying. There's a bar available throughout the event. Make sure you guys show some love. Feel what I'm saying? It's only $10 admission, but after 10 p.m., $20 admission.
I'm gonna make sure you get that 22.
Word. The door gonna be managed by very own Johnny Fast Lane. So make sure you guys show up and act right. You heard? Give it up for this next independent artist we get ready to spin by the name of Pretty Onyx. You can go follow her at Pretty Onyx Gang on Instagram. And this song is titled Let Me Love Ya. It's time for you to be by my side. Let me show you what a real woman do. Let's get together and make this power move. Yeah, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. And now it's time for us to be each other's woman only. Baby, please will you let me take you on this journey? I will never let you down. I will always be around. You're my king, my baby, my baby. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. And every summer to be each other's woman only. Baby, please will you let me take you on this journey? I will never let you down. I will always be around. Right at the top of you, my king. My baby, my baby, yeah. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you, Yup, let me love you. Or come in so I can beat your ass. Nah. Chill, Johnny, talk to the people.
Yo, you already know. Let me love you. You're here from the Power of Poet podcast. Doing it, man. We here. We honoring poetry. This is Poetry Month right now. So we about to get it together. We're gonna honor some poets right now. That's what we do here. You feel me? So without further ado, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna come with some more music, some more talent, some dope ass stuff that y'all love. Man. We're getting it together right now. What you got for me, Miss Sheila?
Alright, well again, that last artist, first let me let y'all know where y'all can go find her. Y'all can go find her again at Pretty Onyx Game on Instagram. You heard? Give it up for this next artist. This next artist is Priceless. You can go follow him at PRYCLSS. Shout out to the song Faith by Priceless. Give it up, y'all. Give it up for Priceless, y'all. Cash moves everything around me. But you gotta make sure you have that faith, yeah? Make sure you have that faith. There's nothing like faith. Give it up for this next song we're about to spin by Elise again. Again, you can go follow her at b.elise on Instagram. This song is titled Potential. Sometimes you just gotta remind motherfuckers that you got potential, What? In and out of time, keep potential. Right around the city, started in the rhythm. Talking about that money, always in the middle. Always on the go to work out my potential. Living to the part, I know that I was missing. Bitches of potential. In and out of time, I keep potential. Bitches all the mental. How the hell am I garage is far? Turn my back to simple. Never thought that I'd be tall. And my diamonds keep it rated on the skin. Bitches dancing to my tickle. Got a bitch, got a bitch with a pad. I used to think the money made me shit. So bitch, please, in the dancing. Bitch, to my bitch. I be on shit. When you run up, it's like a photo on his face. They think why am I dominant? Bitch, you thought that I'm telling you. He told me, bro, you back to way. I'm that intention. Inspiration, I'm removing it. You living like I'm moving it. Bitches so potential. In and out of time, I keep potential. Right around the city, started in the rhythm. Talking about that money, always in the middle. Always on the go to work out my potential. Living to the part, I know that I was missing. Bitches so potential. In and out of time, I keep potential. Fuck it, I don't feel shit. Niggas always stuck in love with kill quick. Talking real, but they talk potential, walk a real bitch. I don't exercise, don't trust, I'm real stiff. For the cheese, on making D's. Play the game, even though it's hard. I roll the dice, after I roll my sleeve. You know what niggas, I ain't doing shit for free. You know the speed, that is all I need. Peaches and cream, what's up at the thing? Money twerking.
Bitch, so potential. In and out of town, I keep it fishing. Riding around the city, started in the rent. Talking about that money, always sentimental. Always wanna go to work out my potential. Get up to the part, I know that I was missing. Bitch, so potential. In and out of town, I keep it fishing.
Bitch of some potential.
Yeah.
Y'all know that's my lingo. You know what I'm talking about? I know I be having to speak formal and all that when I get the word. But as soon as I walk out the school building and get on school grounds, I be like, bitch, I'm so potential. Nah. I be like, fuck all y'all. Nah, I'm just playing.
Okay.
You know, I'm like, fuck them kids. Nah. But give it up for B. Elise, y'all. B. Elise, and that song titled Potential, Baby. Because all I'm trying to tell y'all is, bitch, I'm so potential. We gonna spend another independent artist, you heard? But shout out to National Poetry Month. We are definitely celebrating National Poetry Month. We are definitely gonna get into some poetry in just about a good quick second, you heard? But we're gonna spin this next song, and this song is titled Mansa Musa by an independent artist by the name of Detour the Artist. You can go follow him at the artist also known as Detour.
Keep it a cool shit, it's a new song. My friend, if you really movie, it is time to get more. Play up here to find it, you're eating this ball. In case you niggas don't know, okay, all the good ones still fight me like you put up this pasta, you better prove my kitchen. Bring like a loose good, meditate like a Buddhist. Ain't they you choose them, hesitate, you might lose it. But who's losing the movement, but who the hell is the best? Yo, who the side, they ain't right, they say who they losing, and you think like a Jewish papa set up on my first movement. Looking good, we ain't moving more. Shot doing shit, look like a dance, so thanks. Fuck you all, I'll get a fight, I'm close to who's all the floor. Ain't know that it ain't really dance, so touching everything with some extra hands. Now my DP gets a second hand. It's in trouble and never coming. Switch changes, things to say, don't have to cut it. It's the trouble cut. Go on, solo. Looking for the solo. You got me in the studio, that's cool. Getting with my head, good ahead, full of her. Shorty, tonight's the night of all nights, so pass that ball. Shorty is quick, prepare for the ball. Give it a cool shot, make some moves up. Might switch ball, they can really go in, it's time to be more. Point out, I ain't in this ball. Hey, niggas ain't know, I'm here, they know. Niggas killing us, food killing us. God killing us, us killing us. Us feeling like Moses and waters. We speaking like it's your life, it's a order. Just give me the only way to achieve something. Hold up, die, get something. Fear into this shit, they keep doing much to us this shit.
Yeah! Short and sweet. Straight to the ass flat point. You heard? Give it up for Detour the artist known as Detour. You can go follow him at the artist also known as Detour. Make sure when you go follow him, you let him know that from the Heart of a Poet morning, formerly from the Heart of a Poet morning show, now from the Heart of a Poet podcast and radio talk show, definitely sent you. You heard? Make sure you let him know. So we are going to dive into some poetry right quick because we are definitely celebrating International Poetry Month. You understand? So give it up for International Poetry Month, y'all. We are going to play, let you guys hear a poem on positive thinking. This poem is titled Think Happy Thoughts. It is a poem by Edgar A. Guest. All right? Give it up for Edgar A. Guest. You can find this on YouTube.
Think happy thoughts. Think sunshine all the day. Refuse to let the trifling worries stay. Round them run the thoughts of laughter from your mind. Think of the good, forget the bad you find. Think of the sun behind the clouds, the blue, and not the gray skies that you knew. Think of the kindness, not the meanness shown. The true friends, not the false ones you have known. The joy, and not the hatred of the strife. The sweetness, not the bitterness of life. Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts. Think always of the best. Think of the ones you love, not those you detest. Think of your victories and not your failures here. The smile that pleased and not the hurtful sneer. The kindly word and not the harsh word spoken. The promise kept and not the promise broken. The good that you have known, not the bad. The happy days that were and not the sad. Think of the rose and not the withered flower. The beauty, the rainbow, not the show. Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts. This is true happiness. That life is sad that feeds on its distress. That mind is gloomy that subsists on gloom and is as dismal as a curtained room, where daily comes the sunshine, but to find it cannot enter through the closed, drawn blind. Fling up the curtains of your mind today and let the morning sunshine into play. Dwell on the joys and not the sorrows. Master your thoughts, and you have mastered fear. Think happy thoughts.
All right. Give it up, give it up, give it up for
Yes.
that beautiful,
Gotta get
beautiful,
the snap going.
beautiful, beautiful poem by one of our forerunners. His name again is Edgar A. Guest. Think happy thoughts. That was a beautiful, beautiful, inspirational poem. It was definitely motivational. So shout out to him. We are going to now read a poem as Johnny Fastlane, our co-host, is going to pull up the poem that we're going to read. This is the poem, the first poem we're going to read, right? Okay? We absolutely and positively must acknowledge the late great Maya Angelou. You hear me? This is National Poetry Month. And we dare not have a National Poetry Month celebration without acknowledging the late, great, and beautiful, motivational, strong, powerful, and exuberant. I mean, just represents all sorts of excellence.
One of the best poets that ever lived.
One of the best poets that ever lived.
Ever lived, period.
Period. Dr. Maya Angelou. And we all know the infamous poem, Still I Rise. All right? So that is the poem that we are going to read today in honor of Maya Angelou being one of the greatest in celebration of this here National Poetry Month. Still I Rise by Maya Angelou.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may tread me in the very dirt, but still, like the dust, I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room, just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like the hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed headed and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines, digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like the air, I rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind the nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wonderfully clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Shout out to that, y'all. Shout out to that. Shout out to that.
That's
You
a classic
heard?
right there.
That's for all of us, because yet still, I rise. All right, so we're going to move it right along. We are going to read another poem. This is from another one of our forerunners. This is one of our forerunners who actually is the reason why us women, us black African American women, are able to now publish poetry books. So shout out to Phyllis Wheatley. All right, we
Yes.
are going to read her poem on tyranny and slavery. Okay. Let me give it to you full. This is Phyllis Wheatley poem on tyranny and slavery in the colonies. All right? No more, America, in mortal strain of wrongs and grievous unjust complaint. No longer shalt thou dread the iron chain, which wanton tyranny with lawless hand had made, and with it meant enslaved the land. Should you, my Lord, while you pursue my song, wonder from whence my love of freedom sprung, whence flow these wishes for the common good, by feeling hearts alone best understood. I, young in life, by seeming cruel fate, was snatched from Afric's fancy happy sea. What pangs excruciating must molest, what sorrows labor in my parents' breast? Stilled was that soul by no mystery moved, that from a father sees his babe beloved. Such, such my case, and can I but then pray. Others may never feel the tyrannic sway. Shout out to that piece
Yes.
as well. Give it up
That was
for
beautiful.
our moment of recognition in celebration of this year's National Poetry Month. You hear me? Shout out to all of the three forerunners who are definitely writers and poets who we have just poetry we listened to and poems we just read. Shout out to them. I mean, Johnny, how do you feel about poetry as a whole? You know, this is National Poetry Month, and we are definitely celebrating. But give us your take on poetry as a whole.
I mean, I love it. I definitely think that it's a dope way to express yourself, especially black poetry, especially poetry that it reflects what we go through on a daily basis. Sometimes it's hard to sit there and just listen to somebody talk at you and kind of talk at you, but with poetry, it touches your soul. It's kind of like they talk with you, or they're
Right.
saying what you wish you could say, but they're saying it in a beautiful way too. It's almost like romanticizing struggle. You know, um, it's amazing, man. It's like R&B music without the music. Poetry is everything, and it was the first music. It was the first rap. It was the first hip hop. That's where all this stuff comes from. So I mean, poetry is needed. It's definitely one of the best forms of expression, and it's something that's going to live forever.
That's a fact. I mean, shout out to that. That's definitely on point because poetry, for me as a writer of poetry, poetry is therapy. It's my safe space. It's my release. It's my best friend. It's 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 really a part of my everything, honestly, because it's where I get to, and you know what I love about it, I get to release myself, but not just like vent negatively. You know what I mean? I also get to tap into areas of me that most people don't understand, and I get to write about it. Then I get to tap into areas of my imagination that I may never, ever do, but I get to write about it. And then I get to share that experience. It's like sharing a portion of my mental journey and imagination with others. And then the feedback is like amazing, for real. So I really feel blessed to be a poet. I definitely do. So as we are reading poetry and we are in our moment of recognition, I want to move right on to our moment of honor and celebration. All right. We are definitely honoring Jermaine Meadows. He is the neighborhood role model guy. He is an amazing young black man of excellence. He has an amazing brand. He is definitely now pursuing what I believe is his master's degree. Shout out to this amazing young man. He is a dope, very, very dope spoken word poet. All right. So we have his certificate of recognition here, and we are going.
Here too for
Yep. And we also have a coffee mug for him, coffee or tea, even some light juice, whatever he'd like to put in it. It is our The Poet mug. We still have merch available. Make sure you DM us at From the Heart of a Poet. But From the Heart of a Poet podcast and radio talk show presents Certificate of Recognition. This certificate is proudly presented to Jermaine Meadows in recognition of his commendable effort and achievement as a young black man in our community for being an influential spoken word poet.
Yes.
Given to him from the creative producer and host myself, CASHEMA, and our co-host Johnny Fast Lane. Shout out to you, Jermaine Meadows. Shout out to you, the neighborhood role model guys. He also has an amazing line of merch. He has amazing hoodies. Guys, make sure you go follow him at Jermaine with a J _ Meadows. Tell him that from the heart of a poet. Which you are. All right. So he definitely had some work tonight. So again, if he's not able to make it, that's all right. We still salute you, King. We celebrate you, and we definitely hope to get you back here soon so that we can get an update on your new endeavors. Because again, we now see that you have the neighborhood role model hoodies, your merch that we're here promoting. We also see that you are now an event curator since the first time you've been here. So yes, you gotta come back to Newtown Radio from the Heart of a Poet podcast and radio talk show and update us. So shout out to you again. We definitely salute and we celebrate you. Congratulations, and we hope to see you soon. Moving right along, we are going to read a poem, right? Another poem. This is a poem by one of my very own brothers in poetry. His name is Roger Smith. You can go follow him at Wise, as in WYZE, on Instagram. Let them know from the Heart of a Poet podcast and video talk show sent you. This poem is titled Everglades. It is out of his book, Laundromats and Lounges. Yes, he is an author. Laundromat and Lounges, guys. This poem is titled Everglades. It was like staring at an immaculate portrait of the epitome of winter. Frost sparkled on the head of Princess like snow on the Everglades. Fancy dress covered her like the bark, the air cold. The crowd speechless as they breathed in her glacial artistry of teeny wings, squalor. In a typhoon of elegance in a Brooklyn ballroom, her branches balanced beauty and bravery beyond words. As she soaked up the sunshine, smiled from all in all, except the empty seat where the planter of her seed should have been. In disappointment, she twisted twig and snapped. Tears ran down her petite trunk, but water can't heal her. Although she'll continue to grow from this experience, her future as the dancing tree is over. She'll be uprooted and replaced in the spring. Shout out to that piece.
Yes.
That was that was a good hit there.
It was.
That worked. That put a little Selah in the air, you know? A little Ashe, a little Amen, amen. You know, maybe you want to stay quiet about the next
Right,
time.
I had to think about that for a minute.
Me too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm reading it like, okay, all right now. All right. He said he gonna give you the message, but he ain't gonna be that direct. Shout out to Wise again. You can go follow him on Instagram. Author, purchased this book that we just read the poem out of, Laundromats and Lounges by Roger Smith, at WYZE on Instagram. He is going to come right up. Let him know that we sent you, show some love, and purchase his book. We are going to read one more poem and salute our brother, William Washington. He is another fellow poet and author. All right. He is the author of this book. We are about to read the poem out of titled The Nigger Chronicles, The Misconception of Who I Am, words of William Washington. We're going to read a poem out of here titled Relationship Shorts. It is short, sweet, and to the point, and he ain't playing. Warning, play with my love. It's dangerous to your health. That's number one. Number two, you left me after you came. Number three, what a lovely weed from that ugly flower did grow. Number four, she told her, don't forget to floss after you've eaten me. Number five, I gave you my love and you gave me your middle finger. I called for your love and you mute your phone ringer. Number six, I should have shoved my foot up your ass, but no Tims allowed. I recite these shorts in love's name, but my biggest query is, who the fuck is Waka Flocka Flame? Give it up for that poem. That poem titled Relationship Shorts by William Washington. You can go follow him at one.on.poetry on Instagram. He is also going to be performing on Friday the 15th at our first event titled Vibrations. It is the very first event series titled Vibrations. We're going to be having it at New Women's Space in Brooklyn, New York. Yes, we have another event series coming up, just like the erotic poetry. And our event series, this event series is going to be amazing. We have not only multi-genre poetry, we have live art, yes, the live art, but we also have an art exhibit, okay? And the live art will be live body painting, all right? So we also will have some body painting going on. And, you know, if you would like your body painted, any part of your body, we also have that going on for a small fee on, on the side to bless the artist, to further bless the artists for their time, to support the artists and everything. So shout out to those of you who know you're going to be there. Thank you for your support in advance. The ticket link is definitely in our bio at From the Heart of a Poet on Instagram. Get your ticket on Eventbrite. It is more at the door. We're going to have vendors, okay, a variety of vendors are going to be there. Lotus Pleasures, Bedroom Candy, Batonia. We have Cottonmouth coming all the way from Harlem. We have Empress Eats, who is a plant-based chef, and we have Impressive Catering, who is an overall chef. All right, for those of you who do not eat plant-based food and don't eat pork either, there's no pork on the menu. So if you're looking for pork, this is not the place to be. But if you're looking to have a good time, and also there will be some independent artist performances. All right, shout out to Chris Payne. Shout out to Orbit. Shout out to Big AK. Shout out to all the artists. If I left anybody out, the flyer is definitely posted. So make sure you guys tap in. Now you're going to hear some poetry by yours truly, CASHEMA Unleashed, which is myself, who happens to be blessed to be the creative producer and host right here and From the Heart of a Poet. Now, I told you guys that we have our Press Play Erotic Poetry in our event series number 5. This Friday, April 8th, 9 p.m., Drip Beverage Lounge, 830 Rogers Avenue. Pop the fuck out. So this is titled Press Play Part 2. We already got Part 1, right? So this is titled Press Play Part 2. So I'm going to need you guys to press play and come be my playmate. Wait. Let's go on a date. I can be the dinner that you eat off your plate. Wait. Press play. Let's just say fuck it and react 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah. Put me on that wheel, spread my legs apart, then penetrate me in the center. God's greatest piece of art. Press play again. Ignite me with your fire so that I can go get 2 of my friends and we're going to play like babies with toys in a play bed. We're going to take it to the top. An amazing climax that'll never stop. Yeah. He said, hold up. I said, Daddy, why wait? We're not treating this bitch special. She's going to suck your dick, eat my pussy, and get fucked at the end of the day. So let's quit playing and just press play. You heard? Give it up for Press Play Part 2, baby. Make sure y'all pop out Friday night. Y'all gonna hear a whole lot more of that. We also have skits. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for this next skit. If you did not come out to the last 4 shows, you can go click the link in our bio to view the last 4 shows. Shout out to Big Badge. Content coming straight from Big Badge. Give it up to him, our videographer. You heard? Great content coming from him, so shout out to that. Make sure you guys pop out for real. You don't want to miss the comedians. The comedians are hilarious. You don't want to miss these new comedians we have coming out. Shout out to Savon Comedy, and we have Zozi's got Joe, or Zizo, no, Zozi's got Joe. I think I said it right. Got jokes. Shout out to him. All right. So listen, guys, make sure you pop out Friday again, 9 p.m. Drip Beverage Lounge, 830 Rogers Avenue. We're going to be outside, you heard? And then you got next Friday, the 15th, New Women's Space, 8 p.m. Vendors, body paint, multi-genre poetry, outside, ticket link, Eventbrite, click the link in our bio, you heard? So give it up for the topic for tonight. The topic is understanding your value. Yeah. I think it's important that we learn to understand our value. Shout out to everybody on all of the lives. We are here live on Newtown Radio Station Web. Yes, you can go check us out. Go straight to the World Wide Web and type in Newtown Radio Station. No, newtownradio.com. Not radio. Don't listen to the station part. Just type in newtownradio.com. And we live and direct. You'll hear it.
You'll see it all right there.
You heard? Also, you can go to YouTube Live. Although the service has been a little faulty, we here.
YouTube be lagging.
Yeah, YouTube is lagging a little bit, but we here. So shout out to the fact that we're still here, although the YouTube is a little laggy because guess what? If you type in newtimeradio.com, you'll hear us.
Right.
Loud,
And we
top,
on
right, and
Instagram
clear.
too.
And we on Instagram. Tell them the Instagram.
Newtown Radio on Instagram.
Period. Now give it up for that. Shout out to our co-host in the building, Johnny Fastlane. Let them know about your other platform, Johnny. You have another platform.
Yeah, so what I do is I do hip hop news. You already know what it is. I'm basically like the TMZ of hip hop. You're gonna see me on allhiphop.com. You already know we got like 91,000 subscribers on YouTube, 250,000 followers on Instagram. Got my platform, Let's Talk Hip Hop, 11,000 on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? 3,000 on YouTube. I'm Attack the Culture. I'm always giving out free movie tickets, free things for your dog, free this, free that. So come tap in at Johnny Baxley on Instagram. You want to see me on Fat Man Scoop Show. I'm his news anchor, you know what I'm saying? So anytime we do that, you want to see me pop on there and let y'all know what's going on. I recently just discussed the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock thing.
Let's talk about that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta talk about that shit.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I do hip hop news. I do news for the culture. All the current stuff.
Johnny, I'm gonna need you to you can't just keep going. He like, so I do hip hop news for the culture. Yeah, that's cute and all that shit. But you know damn well we gotta talk about that smack.
Let's talk about
it. We got see, this is bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? See, Will Smith did a whole,
yeah, man.
Shit.
So,
I feel a little indifferent about that. I have some real mixed feelings about it because at the end of the day,
Well, hold on. Before you give your opinion on it, let me break it down for people that might be living under a rock but don't know what's going on, right? So last Sunday on the Oscars, Chris Rock, he was hosting. He told a joke. He said, "Hey, Jada Pinkett, what was she said? G.I. Jane 2. Can't wait to see it." And for y'all that don't know, G.I. Jane is a movie from the 90s where this girl had shaved her hair off like Britney Spears style, right? And so basically he was just making fun of the fact that she had a bowl head. So Will Smith, walked up on stage and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. Chris Rock's like, "Oh, wait a second. Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me," right? Then he sits back down. He's like, "Keep my name. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth," Like, wow, right? So you're saying you felt indifferent about it?
Mm-hmm. Because not for nothing, how you going to just slap the shit out of Broker? All jokes aside, all fucking real type of jokes aside, how you just ball off and slap the shit out of this black man on national television or some real shit?
That was crazy.
You know what was going through my head? We just had all this Black Lives Matter, all type of shit like this going on, right? And I understand the principle of respect for my wife. I get that. I totally believe that could have been handled off camera, especially if he knew he was mad enough to slap the shit out of her. All jokes aside, why humiliate this black man from one black man to another? Now, I'm not saying that it would have been fine and dandy had he slapped a Mexican, a Hispanic, a white man, a Caucasian rather. I don't think I wouldn't have thought any Indian.
What if Jada Pinkett Smith went up there and slapped him instead of Will Smith?
I still would feel the same way. All jokes aside, woman didn't know at first, but I still feel the same way. I'm just saying, we shouted all this Black Lives Matter stuff, catching all these hissy fits in public and all this attitudes and all this BET black. Come on, and then you're gonna sit up here and exuberate. Some of us black people really don't have no self-control, and we really don't care where we at. So, despite the fact that we're millionaires, we just gonna get up and slap the shit out of each other when we get ready. So now that's what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Yeah, I'm in the independent industry, which is the underground industry, and I can't even catch a good attitude for 5 seconds without being blocked on Instagram or misidentified or character assassinated. So how the hell I'm gonna hold a different standard for someone like Will Smith, who I've always looked up to?
You understand what I'm saying?
So let
Now,
me
make
ask
no
you this.
mistake, I'm not judging him saying he's not allowed to make a mistake. So shout out to the fact that I did, there was an apology,
Yeah,
right?
he
So
apologized.
shout out, I want to acknowledge that apology, though, make no mistake. But you know what I'm also told, again, I'm in the underground industry, right? We all independent, right? Watch this. Again, I can't catch a good attitude for 5 seconds. I can't have a moment of imperfection without being scrutinized horribly. Whether I, and don't let me apologize, then that become leverage to some people.
Yeah.
As opposed to them humbling themselves like, "Wow, I should apologize. You either you either work with me again or you don't. You ain't gotta give me another chance, but at least acknowledge the fact that I was human enough I was woman enough to acknowledge your humanity, and I apologize. So shout out to Will Smith for recognizing, damn, I might have been a little bit too far just now when I slapped the shit out of you. So let me apologize because not for nothing. At first, it was funny as hell to me because I couldn't believe it. I'm looking at it happening, but I still couldn't believe it. I'm like, that ass Will Smith, like. I mean, I know you said, and once Philadelphia, born and raised, you know what I'm saying, on the playground, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think it was that ass about Philly, that Philadelphia part, my man. You know what I'm talking about? Like, bro, just I don't know, man. He got me feeling a little different, but I do want to acknowledge the fact that, you know, he did acknowledge Chris Rock's humanity, you know, but not for nothing. Did y'all see Chris Rock's brother though? Did y'all see?
Yeah.
Did y'all see? Which one was that? Chris Rock's brother is not hearing that.
That's his younger brother.
Yo, that baby.
Yeah.
That.
He's like,
yo,
hell
he's
nah.
not.
He needs to take the Oscar. You know, fuck it, basically. But you know what?
I'm not gonna say take Will Smith's Oscar.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I do understand Chris Rock's brother. Which one was that? I can't remember the name.
I forget his name.
But I do understand Chris Rock's younger brother, you know, desire to want to slap the shit out of Will Smith. That's his brother. And I mean, based upon how Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock, I doubt for a second that Will Smith was gonna let anybody slap his brother. You know what I'm about? Right. So, you know, I'm just grateful that even though it happened and I do have my mixed feeling about it, like, damn, Will Smith, come on. This is like your brother at the end of the day. Like, they posted a picture of them back in the day, a college photo. Like, that's like your bro at the end of the day.
He was a guest on the Fresh
And I'm not
show
gonna lie.
a few times.
I'm not gonna lie. It did look like some Adam and Eve shit, though. It did look like some Adam and Eve shit, though. Because not for nothing, based on the footage that I saw, because you know people do edit and do craziness, but based on the footage that I saw, because see, we here to acknowledge it and really have a discussion. It's not us to be messy, but it is what it is. Based on what I saw, Jada looked at her husband, and then her husband got up.
Right. Because at first he was like,
I mean, in a different world, I'd be like, that was some gangster shit. You know what I'm talking about? But you know what I'm saying? For real. But in the real world, I mean, damn, bro, seriously. So, I mean, damn. So, I look at you, and you get up and hold up his hand. I mean, at the end of the day, I do believe there should be some corrective action behind it. That apology was cute, but he was already the shit slapped out.
you can't take a slap back. That's the thing. You
cannot reverse the slap. You gonna take back the fact that yo, bro was already the shit slapped out of. Y'all understand what the fuck I'm talking about? He already had the shit slapped out of him. So you apologizing does not take the sting off my face and the embarrassment and humiliation that I stood here and went through by one of my own brothers and got the shit slapped out of me. After on national television, we all watching his wife look at him.
Looking crazy.
You also, you ain't gonna do nothing about this, like Billy Jada.
But Will Smith's whole career, right? He's been careful. He's been.
Yeah.
I don't want to say cookie cutter, but you know, he hasn't cursed in his music. He's like, I don't want to curse in my music, none of that, right? So for him to like get up and just slap somebody, is that like out of character? It almost seems like that whole thing was fake. Now I'm gonna tell you this, right? Will Smith is very careful and calculated with what comes out in the media about him, right? So for him to just get up and do that, do you think that his anger outweighed the fact that he's looking at his image? Like, I don't think so. Like, maybe both of them got together, they did that. You know what I'm saying? They were like, okay, this is how it's gonna be. I don't know, right? All I know is that
that's
they're both
a different
entertainers.
twist on it. I actually like
They're
that
both
twist.
actors.
That's a different twist.
And they went up there to act, and they went up there to entertain because it was
Right.
very entertaining.
And now I'm not gonna lie, that was some entertaining shit, y'all. We
Yeah.
gotta keep it real.
It was very entertaining.
It
and
was
everybody's talking about it.
definitely extremely entertaining as hell. I mean, again, damn Will Smith, you really had to smack bro like that. But being that you did, you feel what I'm saying? Being that you showed us you had to slap the shit out of this man, remind me not to say shit about Jada. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, Will. If you get up and slap the shit out of me, I don't give a fuck what show I'm hosting. Listen, I just lost the job. You understand what I'm talking about? Because I'm gonna go all kind of, look, I'm gonna be my mama and daddy child that day. I'm gonna be all of Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, and everything hardcore. Look, everything rough is coming out of me that day. You get up and you slap the shit out of me because I done gave my motherfucking opinion about your goddamn actions, okay, on national motherfucking television after having me watch the Fresh fucking Prince of Bel-Air and you sitting up there like you got some sense and gonna slap the shit out of my brother Chris Rock, okay? What's wrong with you? But I forgive you though, because shout out to your apology, not for nothing. I definitely salute you for that apology. I give you that, because it definitely shows some humanity and some humility. So shout out to you. And we're going to move right on into our topic, understanding your value, right? What do you think about understanding your value? What does that mean to you? I like to say first, understanding your value, what that means to me is honestly the beginning of understanding your value for me is straight up self-preservation. Self-preservation to me is the beginning of understanding your value, because how do you understand your value without self-preservation, honestly? You get what I'm saying? So they work hand in hand, you know what I mean? And it's also knowing myself enough to know who and what is good for me and at what time in my life. Because you know, things change, you know, you evolve and constantly grow. Life is constantly evolving. Things live, things die, things grow, things, you know, things fluctuate a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to be able to be very versatile and, you know, flexible. And with that being said, you have to know who you have to be and at what point in your life you have to do that person.
Yeah. And
You get
people
what I'm
grow,
saying?
you know, and you adjust to your environment too.
Right. So with that, you know, for me, you know, knowing who I am and understanding where I am, like right now, knowing who I am and where I am in my life, that determines, and that let me tell you something. What I believe and what I think of me determines my belief system, my thought pattern. That determines my value, because as a man thinks, so is he. Shit. You understand what I'm saying? Law of attraction. Once you dish out, comes back. Right? 48 laws of power. When things happen, think positive. You know? So what's the other one? The Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent. The Power of Positive Thinking. What he said. Develop a habit of positive affirmations. You know what I mean? And do that daily and train your mind to think different.
Yeah, all that has value to yourself.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, understanding my value is knowing what it is I need also at what time. You know what I'm saying? Of my life. Because at this point in my life, I may need the motivational speeches. I may need to listen to 48 Laws of Power or the Power of Positive Thinking once a day. You know, I may need to listen to that bi-weekly. But then this time next month, I might not need to do that.
Yeah.
This time next month, I may need to start writing down affirmations and hanging them up, or just practicing saying the affirmations daily. Or, you know what I mean? It really depends on what season of your life you're in, and understanding your value also
will reflect on the people you allow into your personal space and into your life. Your personal space and your business space.
That's a fact.
Because although business is business, if you are the owner or creator or producer of something, that's personal, baby. I'm sorry, it's personal. At the end of business, at the end of the day, it is personal for you. You understand what I'm saying? It is yours.
Yeah.
It is personal for you. I'm not saying that the business relationships are personal. I'm saying the business itself. I'm
Because it's
just
something
saying
that comes
because
from
it's
you.
something that comes from you.
I get it.
That's all I'm saying. However, you know, if you know that your value system is me, right? And then you know that there's maybe another group of people you see that you may be attracted to in one way or another, whether it be business or personal, and their value system is A. Because see, we get the habit of we'll see a little bit of what a little resemblance to us, and then immediately begin bonding, thinking that we're supposed to. A lot of times we do trauma bonding, not even realizing. And it's really messed up when when you try to. You just got to be really, really careful. You have to be really, 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 really careful because no one's perfect. But you got to be really, 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 really careful. Okay, because you could trauma bond in business as well. Girl, man, what I went through at my last podcast. Word, you too? I went through that too. Yes, let's work together. No.
Right.
Absolutely, positively not. My value system
That's all we
says,
think that got in common. Like,
you feel me? Like, my value system says only quality business, only quality people. And having the same needs does not make you compatible in business or personal. Having the same needs or desires does not make you compatible. Again, if my value system is A and your value system is AB, we are not supposed to work together. That's not supposed to happen. And it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I truly believe that some of us are going to fail our way to the top. You understand what I mean? Let me break that down. All right. Shout out to Uncle Les Brown. That's my uncle, y'all. That's
Okay, what up, Uncle?
That's Uncle Les Brown right there. He don't even know he's my uncle, y'all. But that's Uncle Les Brown. You feel me? He definitely is a part of my motivational team who I listen to daily. All right. Shout out to YouTube and the streaming. But yeah,
Fail your way to the top.
boom. Failing your way to the top simply means this. As you climb that ladder and take each step to the top, you are going to make some tremendous mistakes. Understanding your value, knowing that the mistakes are there to teach you. You're supposed to learn from the mistakes and continue climbing. You don't make the mistakes are not there to determine whether you should continue or not. The mistakes are only there to teach you what to and not to do. Mistakes teach you your value system.
Yeah.
Come on, how do you learn? Wait, no, that ain't me. No,
Right.
Okay, that is me. That is me.
Sometimes
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta go through it in order to learn. Okay, I'm a bit more valuable than that. I don't work with people like that, or I don't deal with people like that in my personal life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just that. And I think that all of us are dope. If I can be really honest, I think all of us are dope as hell in our own right. I think that all of us are really, really talented. I think God has blessed every last one of us with 1, 2, or at least 3 gifts. You get what I'm saying? That we can actually develop and expound on and bless the world with. So at the end of the day, I want all of us to be great, but I also need us to understand our value. It is very, very important because if you understand your value, and everybody's value is different. Now, I don't think one of us is more valuable than the other at all. No. There's no one more valuable than the other. However, everybody's value system is different. It's based on where you are in your life. And where you are in your life is based on the time span of your growth. And the time span of your growth is based on what you believe, how you perceive. what you know, what you're willing to learn, how much you're willing to learn, and what you're willing to do about it, and how you're willing to apply it. Period.
Yeah, yeah. It's based on your morals, your ethics, your value system.
Tell them.
And that's really where it comes from. That's where your own personal value comes from. If you're the only person, I mean, somebody else can put a value on you, but they're gonna always undervalue you. You know what I'm saying? You're the only person that can put a real value on yourself, man, because you're you. You know what you go through to get here. You know what you do. You know.
So tell me this: how do you, for those who may be struggling or having trouble in their belief system, which affects their value system, what would you say to them? How could they encourage them as to one thing they could do to empower themselves and increase their value system?
I would say
Their value system.
be honest with yourself, right? Get a piece of paper and a pen, right? Write down everything that you can bring to the table, right? If you are a podcaster, what are your strengths? Are you really good at researching? Do you come up with subjects for the podcast? Can you edit? Do you film?
That's a fact. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, write down right. Be honest with yourself, though. Write down what you can do, then write down what you can't do. And then maybe, just maybe, you want to compare it to somebody that's kind of like a peer or on the same level, and see what the average person that's on your level can do and what they can't do. That right there determines your value, because are you more valuable than these people that are on your same level? Are you not? Are you kind of in the middle? You know?
Well, what do you mean when you say more valuable than? Because I don't think anyone is more valuable than the other, but I do think that some of us are more skilled in other areas, or some of us can be more skilled than others in the same area. But I don't think that it decreases or increases one another's value. You get what I'm saying?
I beg to differ, because it just depends on what level you're on, right?
But what is value then?
What can you bring to the table, right? Let's say Revolt TV calls you tomorrow. What can you offer them versus?
Okay, I get it. Okay, value in a personal relationship definitely differs from value system in business.
Right.
You are right, because if I have 1.3 million followers and I'm a podcaster, and another person has, let's say, 50,000 followers, they're gonna look at me first. Not that they're gonna ignore the other person as in they're not valuable, but they're definitely gonna look at me first. You bring more to the table, so you're more valuable to the mainstream industry and what it is we're looking for.
Right.
I get it now, Johnny.
And you're able to make money for them. That's at the end of the day. How much money can we make fucking with you?
Nah, that's a fact. All right, you got me with that one. Well, shit, y'all forgive me, because I'm over here talking about right, because I'm over here talking about, man, I feel so more valuable than you, man. Or sensitive and shit. You know what I'm talking about? But shout out to our topic, understanding your value. Remember, guys, understanding your value means taking time to learn yourself. You know what I mean? And even as you learn yourself, you will continuously be learning yourself, because you're going to continue to evolve and grow, because phases of life change whether you want it to or not. Phases of life change whether you want it to or not. So it's best that you learn and adapt and learn to understand who you're supposed to be, and at what point in your life you're supposed to be that person. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
All of those things will definitely help you protect your energy. Sometimes what you like and what you're attracted to is not for you. It's not even who you are.
It's not for you.
It's not even who you are. When you find yourself doing those things, all you got to do is take a step back, regroup, find out what attracted me to that, and then you look at that, you work on that, and then you continue climbing.
That's how you end up in a toxic situation.
Exactly. Understand that, I want you to go further, understand that your mistakes, you can fail your way to the top, like Uncle Les Brown said. Your mistakes are only there to teach you what to and not to do, who you are and who you're not. Mistakes also help you learn your value system. Okay, so you got your value system as your personally, and then you got your value system in your business.
Right.
Okay, understand the difference, and we will expound more on the difference on 2 weeks from now. 2 Tuesdays from now, we'll be back. What is that? Tuesday what? I want to let them know before we hang up. We're gonna look on the calendar. I said before we hang up. Yeah, before we close out. I want to let y'all
Before
know.
we hang up on y'all.
Right.
Tuesday the 19th.
Yeah, Tuesday, April 19th, we'll be back at 10 p.m. and we'll expound more on the differences. We're gonna break it down, the personal value and business value, because it is definitely, is weighed and is judged very different.
Yeah, it's two different things.
It definitely is. So talk about what you said something about that's how you get into toxic relationships.
I mean, just chasing after something that's not meant for you, that you think is meant for you, right? So kind of building on what you said.
You want.
Right, just because you want it, right? Just because, let's say that.
And that's personal or business.
Yeah, my values are A, right? And these people or that person or whatever, that group of people, their values are A, B, right? Just because we both have an A, okay, yeah, that part matches, but the B, I don't got the B, you got B. And we don't need to work together just because I have an A and you have an A. You're A, B, and I'm A, right? And if I'm chasing after you, thinking that this is something I want or need, or you know how it always looks like the grass is green on the other side of the fence. So you're just looking out the grass and it looks like they have so much fun out there, right? That's how you end up getting a toxic situation because that's not meant for you, And that's part of knowing and recognizing your value. What is really for you? What are your morals and your goals? What do you want, right? Because you can't ride somebody else's coattail. I mean, you can, but then you're just gonna go down their path, right? You're not gonna do what's really meant for you and for your path. So, I mean, it's really layered and everything, and it takes a lot of self-reflection.
That's right. And I want to say this too. When personal and business relationships don't work out as planned the way you really want to, no matter how hard you may have pushed for it or think you pushed for it, let's not character assassinate and devalue one another. It's like when you character assassinate someone, you decrease their value.
Yeah. And you're decreasing your own value too. Though.
No, yeah, you definitely decrease your own value first.
Yeah.
But then what's the need to do? Why do Queen, King, really? Do we really believe that? Because if that's what I really believe and that's how I'm really living, no matter what it is that you say and do to me, at the end of the day, I'm not going to decrease your value.
Right.
I'm like, all right, fuck you. I don't have to deal with you. Stuff like that, but I'm not going to take the time to character assassinate you.
Bad mouth you all over.
And bad mouth, not even that. It's just bad mouthing you to myself. It is what it is. I don't have to like you. You don't have to like me. It didn't have to work out, whether it's business or personal. But I don't have to walk around either like you was the worst fucking thing that happened. Because at the end of the day, if you spend a moment with a person in business or in personal relationship past 24 hours, then it wasn't that fucking bad.
It was something that you liked about the situation.
Then it wasn't that bad. So at the end of the day, to get upset, it's like kind of like being sore losers. I'm mad that things ain't go the way I wanted, so I'm gonna character assassinate. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a character assassinate and take away this person's value in my eyes, not realizing that you're the first clown in that story.
Yeah. It also makes you look very bad.
Very bad.
In front of other people because we look at you here. Now, if I stop fucking with you, you about to talk shit about me too, ain't you?
Exactly.
You know?
And people ain't gonna want to be. That's negative energy, and it amazes me how often it happens. And this is why I like to practice what I preach. I can't tell you, oh, you triggered me. If you triggered me, then that means I'm not as mature as I like to think I am yet. I'm not yet there. I need to humble myself and continue working. Not talk about you triggered me and fuck you, you ain't shit because you triggered me. Now, it could be you triggered me, I'm good, you go over there, I stay over here, and that's it. But at the end of the day, you can't, and then you gotta understand too, I'm gonna let you know straight up, if you disrespect someone in business, they're not gonna want to deal with you personally. And disrespect to everyone is different. You understand what I'm saying? What I might think is disrespectful, you might not, and vice versa. So knowing that if I tell you that this is disrespectful to me, let's fix this. I mean, they go hand in hand. They're not the same, but they go hand in hand. We're still one people, right? Two individuals, right? We're still human. So at the end, or five individuals, it could be a whole firm of people. If there's no way for one to go sour and go left, and the other to just work like nothing happened. Now, make no mistake. In cases that relationship or business have been well established, establishment takes time. That means there have been time. Chase Bank is established.
They've been around for
Their relationship with every owner of a bank, that brand and that owner of that bank relationship is established. That's all I'm saying. So the brand Chase could change something about their procedures. You think the owner will just close down the bank?
Of course
The
not.
owner not just closes down the bank. They have an established relationship. That it's going to be a little solid. It might go a little left as far as the feeling, and they might even have a conversation not too pleasing. The owner and the CEO of Chase, the company, and the CEO of a bank, a location. But at the end of the day, they go hand in hand. There's a respect. There's a understanding. There's a rapport. You understand what I'm saying? That no one's gonna go break. And it's the same thing. You can't expect if a business relationship doesn't have the establishment, doesn't have the establishment that it needs. Don't even try to do business with each other.
Yeah, that's true.
No, please don't. Because you're human as hell, and I can't dog you if you're more sensitive than me, and that shit spill out somewhere. I'm supposed to know who. You understand what I'm talking about? So at the end of the day, I just learned that really humility is key. You a winning ass person when you can walk away and heal yourself and still rise up with more humility than what you started with. Because God gives grace to the humble and resist the proud. You ain't gotta believe it, but it's damn sure playing out. You know what I'm talking about? Look at the evidence.
Yeah.
Look at
And
your life.
that's how you determine
There's
your value,
evidence.
right there.
I know I got some, and that's how you exactly determine your value. So shout out to that, and we will be interviewing me with and where.
Next week it's gonna be during the day sometime. I'm definitely interviewing CASHEMA. We're gonna talk about everything. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fire.
Well, I'm
We're
being
gonna get to the
interviewed
bottom
at.
of it.
What's the name of the platform?
It's gonna be on Let's Talk Hip Hop. It's on my platform, baby. You already know. We're gonna be
Period.
in Brooklyn, and we're gonna get the thing done. It's gonna be dope. Y'all gonna love it for sure.
Period. So you already know we in here. We're gonna continue this topic next week and break down. Do more of a breakdown of the personal value versus the business value. And shout out to everyone who has joined our lives on YouTube, Instagram, and web at newtimevideo.com. Give it up for yourselves. Shout out to our Erotic Poetry and Art event, as we forestated this week, okay? This Friday at 9 p.m. at Drip Beverage Lounge, 830 Rogers Avenue. $10 via Cash App or at the door. The Cash App is capital Q for Queen, capital A, lowercase m, number 3, lowercase s, capital H. All right, and it's $20 at the door or via Cash App after 10 p.m. Excuse me, guys, come out, show us some love, support our brand and what we're doing as we continue to do what we do. All right? So give it up for yourselves. We are getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Johnny, say something to the people.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Johnny Fastling here from the heart of a poet. This is Newtown Radio. You can find me at Johnny Fastling on everything: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You're gonna see me. I got the big ass red here. Peace.
Yes. And in the meantime, let me just remind you guys, we definitely have merchandise coming up. All right. We have new merch coming up, and along with that new merchandise will be yours truly. Yes. My very own, very own written books, okay? There will be books written and published by myself. Yes. I'm giving it up. big style, grown woman style, all right?
Oh,
Books published by me,
hell yeah.
all right? One of the books is going to be titled From the Heart of a Poet, and that is the our multi-genre poetry book that I'm writing and publishing. And the other book is going to be the erotic poetry book is going to be titled My Dirty Imagination.
Okay, okay.
So, guys, get ready. I understand that I was promoting the business luncheon was going to be Saturday, July 16th. However, we have to push that date back. So it is to be announced. Okay? That date is definitely to be announced. So big up yourself as we get out of here. You heard? Big up yourself as we get out of here and give it up for Cinnamon Shenanigans and Genuine Beauty. Yeah.